My plan is to hide, to avoid, but if I get busted, if I get captured, I'm not going to do a Rambo, I'm going to do a Gandhi. If I get captured, I'm not going to do a Rambo, I'm going to do a Gandhi. If I get captured, I'm not going to do a Rambo, I'm going to do a Gandhi.
Hi everyone, it's Erin. It's June the 1st, 2017, and I have a very powerful letter here written by Schaeffer Cox. This is a letter that I've already read onto YouTube before because it was in a 1-hour Gideon's Army call, but I thought it should stand alone because it was so powerful. It was posted by a girl on Facebook who is fighting very hard to free the political prisoners, and she's been communicating with Schaeffer Cox via snail mail. It says, part of my letter to Schaeffer Cox, and listen, if you want to have a spiritually minded conversation with somebody, have it with Schaeffer. I'll post his response to this in a bit. It's a world rocker, she said. Please know that I think of you often, and my unintelligible prayers are for justice and liberty. I won't lie, I'm terrified of this God we serve. He does so many confounding things that are upside down and backwards to our understanding, just like you being locked up right now. So this is what she wrote to him. I find my prayers are desperate screams, not real words. It doesn't help that I'm literally terrified of his answers. He is capable of doing anything to advance his will, no matter how painful it is to us. I think that's been my biggest struggle as a Christian so far, as to know that he can stop this, yet he stays his hand. The only comfort I have is knowing that it takes more effort on his part not to intervene. That's the only thing that keeps me from losing my mind. Hugs to you from Molly. And now I'm going to read Schaeffer's reply here. It says, so here's my insight on what you wrote, Molly. This whole world and our interaction with evil and suffering and pain is an exhibit in a cosmic trial where God is the defendant, the devil is the accuser, and the angels, both fallen and not fallen, are watching. A third of the angels already defected with Lucifer when he rebelled, so the question of God's goodness appears to be unsettled for the angels. Our suffering and what comes out of our hearts in those moments is serving to resolve the angelic conflict. God has put his own nature into human men and women, and put us, and consequently himself, on display to silence his accusers. So, even if all that was left for me in this life is to grow old and die in a 7x9 cell and not curse God, that would be a worthy mission, because it is a testament to the hosts of heaven that are looking on. God did not breathe his own breath of life into the angels. They are superior to humans in some aspects, but they are not made in God's image like we are. God took the stand in his own defense by creating mankind, and all that we are presently suffering is a form of brutal cross-examination. Once the suffering and pain and fear exceeds your human capacity to bear it, you see that all that's left in you to bear it is God's nature in you. At that point, you become almost an observer of his miracle in your spirit and body as that nature rises to the occasion. God did not abandon me to be eaten alive by the satanic government. He didn't send me off on a mission and wave goodbye. God confronted his accusers himself by manifesting his own nature in me and then standing in the face of evil. And that's the end of her post. She says, I feel like I've been knee-deep in the Word, and more importantly, the heart of Jesus himself today, reading Schaeffer's words. And I just thought that was so profound, and it's taken a couple of weeks for it to really sink in. And I hope you appreciate it as much as we did. Thank you very much. And please remember, jury nullification, fija.org. That's FIJA. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.